The severe storms ripped up a FedEx building, trapping close to 50 people inside. Kalamazoo Emergency Management telling us wires are on the building and crews are looking for ways to get out.
Now, this is the scene outside an apartment complex in Portage. Trees snapped and were ripped up by the roots, smashing into cars in the parking lot.
Because of the strong tornadoes and storms that ripped over southwestern Michigan on Tuesday evening, Michigan is currently experiencing severe weather. These powerful tornadoes and storms caused damage to homes and businesses, as well as several injuries to individuals. Millions more people in the Carolinas and northeastern Texas could see a slight risk of severe storms on Wednesday.
This morning, violent storms slamming the Midwest. Life-threatening tornadoes touching down across multiple states. In Oklahoma, several homes and businesses reportedly destroyed.
It's going to be for a tornado hit there, the house is fallen, there's a person trapped under the house.
Authorities say search and rescue efforts are underway.
The National Weather Service in Pittsburgh issued a warning that a tornado in northern Ohio could cross into Pennsylvania on Wednesday as the storms continue to rage into the early morning hours. A tornado warning was also in effect for some areas of West Virginia. Two tornadoes that struck the city of Portage, close to Kalamazoo, on Tuesday night, hours earlier, devastated houses and businesses, tearing apart a FedEx plant among other structures.
We also have take a look, this is video of that FedEx facility that we told you about in Portage. You can see there's a lot of damage there. And it's also near that strip mall that we showed you a little bit ago. Also in Colon, you'd heard from Chase, the gentleman who we just had.
Although no major injuries were recorded at the time, over 20,000 residents lost power as a result of the twisters, according to a news release from municipal officials. According to city officials, the majority of them wouldn't have electricity until late Wednesday. Approximately 50 individuals were stranded inside the FedEx building at one point due to downed electrical wires. However, Shannon Davis, a spokesman for the business, stated late on Tuesday that all team members are safe and accounted for. Robbie and Steven, workers with FedEx in Portage, Michigan, were caught up in the mayhem when a tornado tore through their building. When Robbie spotted the weather turning terrible, he was out and about on his route. Just as Steven was returning, the storm made landfall. When they observed the destruction, they were both in disbelief. There were fallen trees and twisted metal everywhere, giving the front of the structure a war zone appearance. The building was fully caved in. Fortunately, nobody was hurt, but there was a lot of damage.
From Wood TV 8, this is a breaking news alert.
At least two damaging tornadoes rolling across West Michigan this evening. First, in South Portage, the tornado ripping across Center Street and Oakland Drive, damaging businesses, knocking down trees, and causing significant damage.
In Branch County, 7 buildings were destroyed. According to Branch County Emergency Manager Tim Miner, a tornado that originated in St. Joseph County damaged 7 buildings in Sherwood Township. Most of them were residences. Serious injuries or fatalities were reported, though.
What we saw with this weather yesterday, so there's just so much destruction here at this site specifically. We've heard from someone who was working in that barber shop when this all happened.
Jude's Barbershop, located on Center Road in Portage, also posted on social media about the damage the tornado did to their plaza building. Posted, "Our barbershop in Portage on Center RD was hit by the tornado. Luckily, everyone is safe." Governor Whitmer expressed concern about the 6 tornado reports that Michigan received on Tuesday and asked residents to follow emergency warnings. Emergency responders raced to southwest Michigan, which sustained the most damage. 14 million Midwesterners were on alert, and tornado warnings were also in effect for Ohio. The devastating tornadoes and strong winds that devastated the plains on Monday were followed by this catastrophic weather. As communities prepare for additional possible twisters, they are currently picking up the pieces. Ryan Harriet, a storm chaser from Lenawee County, followed reports of severe weather to Portage, Michigan, where he witnessed a wide tornado. He described it as one of the widest he's seen in his 10 years of storm chasing, estimating it to be about a quarter-mile wide. Harriet and his friend tried to get closer to the damaged area, particularly a FedEx facility heavily impacted by the tornado, but were hindered by debris and onlookers. The Weather Service issued urgent warnings for Calhoun, Kalamazoo, and Van Buren counties, emphasizing the danger of the tornadoes and advising people to seek shelter immediately. Similar warnings were issued for other counties, stressing the potential for life-threatening situations and significant damage. This extreme weather in Michigan followed a tornado in Oklahoma that tragically resulted in one fatality.
The National Weather Service is still analyzing the number and strength of a multi-day tornado outbreak that spanned from Texas to the Great Lakes. In Nebraska, several reported tornadoes touched down near Lincoln and Omaha on Friday. Drone footage captured the destruction in Omaha.
Oklahoma's Osage and Washington counties were hit by a tornado on Monday night, which resulted in one accident and many injuries. Between Barnsdall and Bartlesville, numerous homes sustained significant damage and some residents are still missing. Another tornado in Tennessee damaged residences in the Smithville region, and another tornado in Missouri devastated Sullivan, Missouri. These incidents demonstrate the abrupt and catastrophic effects of extreme weather on local populations. Multiple tornadoes in Portage, Michigan, are reported to have caused severe damage, including downed trees and electrical lines. When the tornado hit, Stephen Burnett and his family sought refuge in their basement and prayed for protection. Their proximity comforted me despite the terrible incident. Stephen discovered later that a tree had fallen on their house and cars. Spencer White and his brother were standing nearby when they saw the powerful winds of the storm lift their neighbor's trampoline. Debris flew all around them as they ran to their cellar for protection.
We come on the air with the threat of dangerous and deadly weather for tens of millions of Americans tonight across the southern plains. The National Weather Service is issuing a rare high-risk forecast for violent thunderstorms, long-track tornadoes, and giant hail. We're talking about hail from 2 to 4 inches in diameter. That's the size of baseballs to grapefruit.
To clear roads and assist people impacted by the tornadoes, the community rallied. The U.S. has seen a lot of tornadoes during the last 2 weeks. Since April 25th, at least one tornado has been set up every day, for a total of 287 tornadoes to date. Given that spring usually comes with strong storms and tornadoes, this is not unusual. Tornadoes frequently peak in May. With 300 tornadoes last month, it was the second busiest April ever recorded. With 757 tornadoes, April 2011 was the busiest ever. Thus, spring has been a wild one for the nation. Do let us know your views in the comments below. If you liked this video, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so you're notified as soon as we upload our next video. Thanks for watching.